All righty. Good afternoon, Lorena. How are you today?
Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. I appreciate that.
You are absolutely welcome. And per usual, my camera is always freezing, unfortunately. So I apologize for
No, no.
that. But I would love for you to simply tell us a little bit about your professional experience, please.
Well, since it's relevant for this position, I have to start saying that I have been in the uh, residential. It's important for me to say that it's a residential front desk situation in a high-end environment. And while some people might think that is easy, it's also a tricky situation because your customer is the owner of the house. So it had give me a vast experience dealing with all kind of people. Actually, I started in 2014 with a brief parenthesis because in 2021, I went to work for a private real estate investor, and I manage 14 properties, all located in the area of Aventura and Sunny Isles. And while it's a different thing, it's completely different business, even though share some common elements, because at the end of the day, I have to greet and take care of customer from all around the world. So basically, it's also customer service. But besides that, I also took care of the managing aspect of the property itself. So maintenance, reparations, deal with condominiums, rules and regulation, this type of things. Was a great experience, but ended, unfortunately. But I started to work in the front desk residential situation back in 2014 when I started to work for Full Service Residential. I rendered most of my services in Miami Beach, in a Miami Beach high-rise condominium, and I stayed there for 7 years. So before that, I also worked for the rental car industry for also 7 years. I worked in the Miami Beach dollar rental car location for also 7 years. So how can I say about the rental car customer service is another world, but it's also customer service. So you have to deal with a lot of situation, contracts, this type of things. Before that, let me tell you something about me. I'm from Venezuela originally. I immigrated to the United States in 1999. Sorry, 1999. My background is in social studies. I worked for the government years ago. So I'm talking about in the 90s. Mainly, I worked in the as a social worker for years. Then I emigrate, as probably most of you knows, your life part into when you do this. But this is in general what I can tell you about me.
That was a great introduction, and thank you for that. Now, I see I'm looking at your resume, and you've touched base on a few key roles. However, when it comes down, I'm looking at one of the roles, which is the front desk attendant, as you were speaking upon, and you were mentioning some key things, right? That a front desk receptionist role is not just a front desk receptionist role.
It's the face of the
There's
business.
yeah,
It's the face of the business. I know. I know. It's the face of
exactly.
the. One of the things I have come to understand is because we are customers every day in every situation in our lives. So basically what people need is to be seen. People wants to be seen. Your problem is important to me. Don't worry. I'm doing that, but I'm with you. I know you there. And that's the most important thing.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. It's to be or seeing the person in front of you, hearing them
Exactly.
out and being a problem solver as well. And I think, not everyone is suitable for reception role. I think it takes a special personality and special person to be in that seat and tackle everything else that comes with that role. Um, so since we're touching base on, a lot of you do a lot in a receptionist role. It's a lot of multitasking.
I know.
So how do you handle that? How do you handle having someone on the phone and you have a customer walking in the midst of that, you have to take care of your responsibilities as well.
Yeah. It's hard to say
Hmm.
because it's like a try to locate the middle ground in everything you're doing. I mean, depends. I would say it depends on what you're doing on the phone, depend what these people is requiring from you, and depends of who you have in front of you. So, but basically is okay, give me 1 second, let me put you in hold. Thank you for your patience. How can I do for you, sir? No problem. I'll be with you
Yes.
in a minute. So this type of things. I believe, I firmly believe in attitude and have your mind set and solve the problem. Because this is it at the end of the day. All other things regarding the business, you can learn that. No
Absolutely.
problem. Probably that is your first day of work and you have no idea what you're gonna do, but you will learn everything over time, over days or weeks. But you have to set your mind in the fact that whoever enter your door, you have to solve this problem. You have to find a way to do it, even if you don't know what to do. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Definitely have to be a problem solver in this type of
Mhm,
role.
mhm.
Now, as far as systems you've used, Lorena, what are some systems that you use? And again, it can be Google based, it can be Microsoft or any other systems that you're familiar with.
A little familiar with, obviously, with Microsoft. Mainly, I have worked with softwares that are uh, I mean, I come from the industry that I
Right.
have been using. So property management
Yep.
software like Building, Connect, Build and Link, this type of thing. Basically, they are database in which you can find vendors list, resident list, you manage in packages, this type of things.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And what about I'm sorry, Excel spreadsheets? How would you say that you or
I'm not an expert because never worked in the financial area, but I mean I know the basics
perfect?
things about Excel, but I never worked in the financial area, so
No
I
worries.
can't say that I am an expert because I'm not.
No worries. But you're able to enter data in the case that you need to support the
Absolutely,
team.
of course,
Okay.
yes, of course.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
how soon are you looking to start a new position?
Uh, I would say in January. So yeah, I mean as soon as possible. Sure.
Yep. Now,
Mhm.
in the case that my client says, hey, I would like for her to start before the holidays, even on Monday or perhaps 22nd, with of course to having the holiday actual
Mhm.
day off, would you be open to that?
I will be open. I will.
Okay.
Yes, definitely, I will.
That sounds amazing. Well,
Also,
yeah,
I want you to tell whoever, I mean, your customer or your
yeah,
client, that even if they consider me for the position, I will be more than happy to assist as a, I mean, to watch or to observe or to get the feeling of the company,
shadow maybe.
even of my expenses. So I can
Oh,
do it. I'll
amazing.
be more than willing to do it. Yeah,
That's incredible.
all my
That's a
time
great
and yeah,
offer.
yeah, because that's important. So the first day of job, you don't, you just,
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
dropping. Yeah. So
Completely agree.
I've been more than willing to do it. Absolutely.
Well, that sounds awesome to me. And again, thank you for that offer. Lorena, I want to go ahead and just thank you for the time that we've spent together this afternoon. I am going to stop the recording, but if you will stay on the line with me, I want to chat with you really quickly.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.